So, we talked about mom, but
Yes.
you also expressed to me that you had a situation with your sister-in-law.
Yes.
Okay, tell me more about that.
Well, my sister-in-law, I've been married to my husband 15 years now, and it's like she never liked me. Um, my husband tells me that, and he's not really sure, but me and his sister went to the same high school, and I'm like a year older than she is.
Okay.
And I guess some of the girls I used to hang with, she got into like a confrontation or something with them, which I know nothing about. But because I was affiliated with those girls in high school, here it is all these years later, and she has a problem with me just because she thinks I know something, that went on back then.
Okay.
So I don't care if it's, I'll tell you for instance, I'm married to my husband, and we believe that we're one.
Right.
But she feels that when she calls, that she has to check with him to make sure I'm not in the room
Okay.
so that she could talk to him in private. Like she doesn't want me in the room while she's talking to her brother because it's something that she doesn't really want me to hear.
Okay. So you feel that your sister-in-law dislikes you because of who you were previously affiliated with.
Right. And I have nothing to do with those girls. And it's really, it's not good because even when we show up at certain, the only time I'll really get to see her is if someone dies in their family
Okay.
and we're at a funeral. If I'm at my mother-in-law's house when we're visiting, she won't come upstairs. She won't speak. Um, Her son was in the house with me and my husband and her mom, and she literally told her mom over the telephone, just don't let them get to him.
Okay.
And she was on her way to come pick up her son, and my mother-in-law kept looking out the window for her, and then she received a call from her granddaughter, which is my sister-in-law's daughter. And she said, Grandma, mom says she's outside, but every time my mother-in-law look outside, she's not there. Well, come to find out, she was outside, but she was parked way down the street because she didn't want us to see her. So my mother-in-law had to walk all the way downstairs and take her son to her because she didn't want us to see her. And so I'm beginning to think this has nothing to really do with me. Something wrong with her.
Okay. So is it safe to say that the situation irritates you because of your sister-in-law's actions?
I can't say so much that I'm irritated. It hurts. That's what happens.
Okay.
It hurts. It bothers me because all I ever wanted really was just a relationship with my sister-in-law.
Right.
Just to be able to get along with her. And just me personally, I just think that she's got quite a bit going on the inside. I can't fix it.
Right.
So I've just come to a place. I've reached out to her. I've tried to call her. And in the past, when she was speaking to me, kind of briefly, I got her on the telephone, and I'm really the only one talking. She's not really, so that was that. I reached out to her on Mother's Day just this year, and she didn't respond to my text. But when my husband wished her Happy Mother's Day, she responds. So, I guess what I'm dealing with is, you know, how do I can't change her. I can't make her do what I want her to do. But how do I really move forward in the relationship that I really don't have with her?
Okay. So, Laura, you stated that you can't change her. You can't make your sister-in-law do what you want her to do. But if you could, what changes would you want to make in your sister-in-law?
Well, I just think that, I have nothing to do with the past and what has happened in her life.
Right.
I just feel like she could at least, let's sit down and talk over coffee or tea and get to the bottom of whatever this thing is that you think or believe that you have seen. And I can give you a little background history. Um, I'm my husband's third wife.
Okay.
He married young in the Marine Corps. That's who he said he had his children by. that didn't really work out. They were young.
Right.
Then he met another woman because he thought he was ready to settle down, and she ended up running out on him. So that was that. And then here I come along, and the family is like, here we go again. And my mother-in-law and them tried to tell him, son, maybe you should just wait. In fact, they were trying to move into his home. Around when we kind of met and we were talking, and when he told them that he was getting ready to marry, or he's going to get engaged, they tried to stop it because they were trying to move into his home. But I say today, because of what God has done and where we are in our marriage and what is going on, he would have really missed out. But I'm sharing all of that to say that they act as though him being married affected their lives.
Oh, okay.
Because his family is rather, I want to say they're close knit in their own funny way.
Right.
And anybody that comes in outside of their little family clique, they're gonna have a problem with you. And I've been treated like an outsider for years.
So I can sit here and I'm looking at you and I see pain. I feel, the pain. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, well, as I mentioned, it hurts with the sister-in-law, but it's like I had to win all of them one by one. Like first it was my mother-in-law, and I call her the mother hen or the queen bee, because if she didn't like you, none of them ain't like you, because mama didn't really care for you.
Okay.
But I knew the mother before I knew anybody, even my husband.
Right.
So, but when the mother got beyond that point of them moving out of my husband's home because he was getting married, and kind of when she forgave me for that, which took years. It took 5 years of our marriage just for her to really step inside of our home.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. It took 5 years for me to actually go into her place. I went in there within the 5 years, but for her to actually treat me right. You know what I'm saying? I always kind of got the cold shoulder, or them being angry, or them being mad. But she went through a phase of really receiving me.
Okay.
So once I got past my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, who my father-in-law's passed now, there was my brother-in-law never really gave me any problems. And I'm not saying that by him being gay made things, but he always treated me better than my sister-in-laws.
Gotcha.
And then I got my other sister-in-law, who she was a little funny with me in the beginning, because they just have this thing. But when she got married, she wanted everybody to accept her husband.
Right.
So she embraced me then. So now we got this one sister-in-law that are the reason why I'm sitting here, who is just mean in my opinion.
Okay.
She's mean. She's dramatic. She says everything under the sun against me and about me to her children, around her children, and around other people.
So Lori, from our past sessions, I've noticed that the family dynamic is extremely important to you.
It is.
And, I can tell that you are hurt because you want that relationship, that family dynamic with your sister-in-law.
I do.
But it seems that your sister-in-law doesn't want the relationship with you as of now, only with your husband.
Right.
Is this correct?
And I'll tell you a few things that really didn't help this situation. I'm just a person, I care about what I look like. I try to really take care of myself.
Right.
I try to keep my hair done. I'm wearing a hat today.
Well, I can tell.
Bad hair day, but I rarely have bad hair days. So I really try to keep myself up.
Right.
And my husband has seen this for 15 years. I've always tried to keep up my appearance, how I talk, how I treat him, how I look. So what he does, and I told him you can't do this, is he'll look at his sisters. Yeah. And he done literally told them, go get your hair done, go do something. And I told him, you cannot do that to a woman. But I said, they're gonna be looking at me like I said something. You're gonna make them hate me, you know? Like, he called his sister probably about 3 months ago. She has not spoken to my husband like that in 3 months. Good. Because he called her and offered to pay for her daughter's hair because the girl is in college now and she looking like Kizzy from Color Purple. That's roots, huh? But she look like Celie from Color Purple.
Okay.
You know, with the plaits and stuff in her hair. She not really looking that appealing to be in college.
Okay. So, Lori, let me ask you this. Now, do you think your sister-in-law was upset with your husband because maybe your husband was trying to compare your sister-in-law to you?
I told him to be careful because that's what they're gonna think.
Gotcha.
Because what happened is when he offered to do her daughter's hair, she got mad. She said, you trying to say that we're not kept, we don't take care of ourselves? You trying to say, yeah, she just took it. She said, did Lori tell you to do that? Those were her words.
Oh, wow. Wow.
He said, Lori, I couldn't even hear the conversation. I was downstairs sitting under my hair dryer in my back room downstairs. And I came out of the dryer like clueless. And when he told me he just got into a heated argument with her, all because he offered to pay for his niece's hair. He just wants them to look nice. He doesn't want people picking on him. And she took it personal, got offended. But I told him the backlash is gonna hit me. She accuses me of not inviting her to my wedding. That's what she told my husband, that I didn't even invite her to the wedding. I don't remember because I had a girl handling everything. So I got family members that didn't get invited. My wedding was intimate and elegant. There were hors d'oeuvres served, you know what I'm saying? And after that, we just went to the hotel room and handled our business.
Okay. All right, Lori. Thank you.
Okay.